All right, we are starting a new feature on Welch's Instagram page. We are welcoming back our recent freshmen, and they're going to tell us about their first semester of college. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Shakayla, and I'm a freshman at Prairie View A&M.
I'm Aniya, and I'm a freshman at Temple University.
All right, so you guys were two of my favorite people last year. I can tell you that now. And so, like, you really did a lot, even sometimes, especially you and Naya, when I told you that Temple was not the place you were going to go to, and they were going to give you any money, but you have made it work. So, why don't you tell us, like, well, both of you tell us, what's your GPA? How's academics your first year?
I'm going first. I have a 3.0. My GPA is pretty good. I think that the best part about college for me is that I was able to make my own schedule. So it was pretty easy picking the classes. I just feel like you got to know yourself. And once I figured out my classes and my schedule, I just had to commit to it and make sure that I made all my classes, which is something I didn't do at Dunbar. As far as like affording my school, I just told Welch I was going to do a whole bunch of scholarships, and I just had to make sure that I kept that promise and made sure, because I don't want to pay out of pocket.
My GPA is a 3.6, and I just think wait, what was the question again?
How are your academics your first semester?
It was good, but one thing I will say is, like, if a teacher assigns extra credit, do it, because it'll pay off in the long run. Like, say, like, it was one time, like, I didn't study for a quiz, and so I didn't do so well on it, but the extra credit saved my grades, so I didn't, like, fail, you know what I mean?
So both of you guys are doing awesome, like, academically, and the good thing is that we have one PWI, we have one HBCU. So socially, those are two different things. Shakayla, let's talk about, like, socially that you can share on the Facebook app. On the Instagram app. How was your first semester socially?
I think school is what you make it. Like, I know people who complain every day on TikTok about my school, say how they don't have no friends, and I know people who have a lot of friends. So I think socially, it's what you make it. But I also think that my school provides you the space to thrive socially, because they allow freshmen to come a week early, and you, like, play a whole bunch of games, and you get to meet the people in your dorm hall or in your dorm building, and you get like mentors and stuff like that, like upperclassmen, and they help you with your schedule, they help you throughout the year, and it's just like one big family.
All right. So Miss Sleep all the time. How was your social adjustment?
I would say the same thing as Shakayla. The only difference really is that she went to school and she didn't really know nobody. I came to school knowing people, so of course I kept some of the bonds that I got here from Dunbar or middle school, but also I feel like school is what you make it socially. So you can go outside, find you some friends, go to the skate park, and do whatever you want to do. It's just all depending on the type of person that you are. And similar to her school, like, we was able to come to campus a week early so you could learn about the school. We had a bunch of different events, and even after all the school hosted events was over, you find the people with the parties and stuff, so you can find you some friends.
Okay. So speaking of friends, so both of you live on campus. So why don't we start with like, what is, like, your roommate situation? What was it like living with new people? Let's start with you and I.
So I have 3 other roommates. It's 4 of us in a suite, 2 of us in one room, 2 of us in another. I already knew going to PWI that it was a chance that I would have white roommates, which really didn't bother me. But I do have all 3 of them are white, and it's just me. They don't really bother me for real. I wouldn't say we're really close. I tend to just go be with the people that I already know, or people that I'm already familiar with from, like, social media or something like that. But as far as living together, we pretty much agree on the same terms and stuff like that, so it's not really that many problems.
Okay. Shakayla?
Personally, I don't like my roommates. I'm just gonna say it, but they cool. Like, I feel like we share space, so, like, it's mutual respect. But I do think one thing that I have to like constantly reiterate is like communication. So it's like if like we have a group chat, and so like if somebody get locked out, they'll text the group chat, somebody come open the door, or like it's hard living with people, especially when like people coming from all across different states, and sometimes there's like international students. I don't have an international student in my dorm, but some people do. But it's hard to live with people, and I live in a apartment style dorm, so like we have a kitchen, living room, and stuff like that, and not everybody definition of clean is actually clean. So it's like sometimes I'll have to. I'm not trying to be nobody wrong, but it's like I don't want bugs and nothing like that. So it's like I'll like have to say something sometimes, but other than that, I feel like just communicate with your roommates. Like y'all don't have to be the best of friends, but just communicate with them.
All right. So we talked about your academics, talked about fun, we talked about your roommates. What is something that, looking back, so you guys just finished up your first semester. A year ago, you'd be coming back from Christmas, you had just finished stuff. What would you tell the class of 2025 to do that either you did that it was worth it, or that you didn't do that you should have done?
I say really lock in. I feel like even though we was always in here with Welch, sometimes we would be playing and stuff like that. So I think it's really important to lock in early. And don't tell yourself, like, put your best foot forward. Don't tell yourself that you can't really do something. Just try to put your best foot forward. Because if you try hard enough, then you'll eventually be able to get it done. And as far as like when you stepping on campus and stuff like that, I think it's important to like get to know yourself your whole senior year and that summer before you go to school, just so you can know what's best for you. Because once you get to school, of course you're going to always have your support system of your family, your friends, your teachers and stuff, but you're really there yourself. You have to wake yourself up. You have to make your schedule. You got to do all of that alone. So just make sure you know yourself and know what you're committing to.
I say save your money for the summer. Like before you leave for school, do not spend it. Don't spend none of it. Like save it. And I say like I wish I would have did more scholarships, because it's like when a lot of my friends get their refund checks, they get $20,000. Yeah. They buy brand new cars. I'm like, dang, I should have been locked in. But I say and just make most of your time here, because like you can't get the time back. And like once you go to college, it's like you start a whole new life. So you start a whole new chapter. And so like you meet new people, and you build new bonds. But yeah.
All right. So thank you. We'll do part 2 after second semester. You guys come back. And we will talk to you later.